So hi friends, this is Dattatreya. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to see a topic, verbal reasoning. This verbal reasoning is so much useful for the students who are preparing for competitive examinations. So please be careful while listening this topic. So mainly verbal reasoning consists of 7 topics and still more there, but we need to concentrate on 7 topics especially. So in each video we are going to talk about those topics. Now in this video we are going to classify them and we can talk about the first topic. Okay, so verbal reasoning. So welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is verbal reasoning. Now, verbal reasoning. What is verbal reasoning? Let's see. Verbal reasoning is a understanding and reasoning concepts framed in words. It is nothing but it is a framing of words which is used for understanding and used for framing words, and using that words we can tell the reason. Okay, if you have not it means nothing but if you don't understand this definition, no problem, don't be feared. If you see the examples each by each, you will be able to understand. Okay, so let's see next one. Verbal reasoning involves following topics. There are some topics in verbal reasoning, so please concentrate. I'm going to reveal the topics one by one. So first one, analogy. Okay, there are 7 topics in this verbal reasoning. All 7 topics are more important, so please concentrate. Now the first topic is analogy. In this video we are going to talk about analogy, and in analogy it is classified into 4 types. So please note it down. Now the second topic is classification, and the third topic is series, and the fourth topic is coding and decoding, and the fifth topic is direction and distance, and the sixth topic is sitting arrangement, and last and final, our seventh topic is ranking. And still more the topics are there, but if we learn these 7 topics, it's enough for verbal reasoning to attempt any examination. So let's see what is analogy and what are its uses and how to solve the problems when any question came from analogy. Okay, now our first topic is analogy. What is analogy? Let's see. Analogy means similar or correspondence. What is analogy? Analogy means similar or correspondence. Okay, this analogy is used for saying the differences between 2 or more groups. Okay, let's see. It can be described as the logical similarity between 2 or more groups of numbers or words or alphanumericals. Okay, this analogy can be described by what we can describe, that is this analogy. We can show the similarity between 2 words or 2 groups of numbers or words or alphanumericals. Alphanumericals are nothing but numbers. Okay, 1 to infinity numbers. So those are called as alphanumericals. Okay, so this analogy can be described as logical similarity. There is a similarity between 2 or more groups of numbers or words or alphanumericals. Okay, next, see the topics. Again, this analogy is subdivided into 4 topics. See, analogy is divided into 4 types. The first one is word analogy. Okay, let's talk about in future classes nothing but in this class we are going to complete the 4 analogies because they are so much easy. So let's complete this class. So next topic is letter analogy. Okay, first topic is word analogy and second topic is letter analogy. And the third topic is number analogy. Okay, third topic is number analogy. And the fourth topic is alphanumeric analogy. In these four topics, the most and easy one is the fourth topic. Okay, it means I'm not saying that first three topics are so much important and not so easy. All four are easy, but when compared to these three, this fourth topic is very much easy. Okay, this fourth topic is very much easy. Now let's see one by one in next slide. Now first and foremost, we are going to talk about word analogy. What we are going to talk about? Word analogy. So now in that, what we have to do, what the person should do, let's see. In this type, candidate should find candidate. Who candidate means the person who is solving the question should find the relationship between given two words in a pair. It means the person who is writing the exam or who is answering the question should find the relationship. There in that question they will give two letters. Okay, two words in a pair they will give. So in that pair you should find what is the relationship between two words in a pair. Okay, if you please concentrate, I will tell you so much easy. I will make it you so much easy. Okay, so this is the understanding of the meaning. Now let's take an example. If you see this example, smell is related to flower, isn't it? Yes. In the same way, taste is related to which? What is that taste is related to? See, we now by taking this example, we can understand the definition also. How we can understand in definition what they have said in this type. Candidate has to find the relationship between taste and relationship between given two words in a pair. Okay. So now by the definition we have to understand the example. What is the example given? Smell. Smell word is related to flower. Why it is related to flower? Because we smell the fragrance of flowers, isn't it? Yeah. In the same way, taste is related to. Now for you, first time I'm going to give the options, and in future videos let's talk about some more examples on each topic of analogy. Okay, so now the options are tongue, food, water and sweet. What are the options? Tongue, food, water and sweet. So these are the four options given for you. So what is the correct option? You should see. Here, smell is related to flower. We are smelling the flower. In the same way, taste is to tell how the taste is. For what we have to taste it? The food. So food is the correct answer. We will taste the tongue? No, we can say the taste by tongue. Okay. As it is, water cannot be tasted just for drinking. And for the sweet also, it is a one of the part of our tongue. So all three are wrong. Only the option B is correct. I will give you the explanation. Answer C. Answer. As the smell comes from flower, okay, as smell comes from flower, in the same way, taste will be coming from food. So this is the explanation. I hope you understood. Now let's get into next topic, nothing but letter analogy. Okay. Now, letter analogy. Now, what is meant by this letter analogy? This is nothing but so much easy. If you know ABCD alphabets until Z with numbers also. Numbers means nothing but A alphabet is first letter, B alphabet is second letter. Like that you should know until 26 alphabets up to Z. If you know with numbers and their words and their pronunciations, you can solve this letter analogy. And the fourth topic is alphanumeric analogy easily. So let's try to concentrate and try to solve this topic. So now letter analogy. In this type, candidate has to find the relationship between Okay, candidate has to find the relationship between given letters or groups of letters in a pair. Okay, what the candidate should do, they should find the relationship for what? Given letters or group of letters in a pair. They will give group of letters or letters in a pair. You should find the relationship between the both letters. Okay, both letters or both the group of letters in a pair. Now let's see the example. I have given AFHO is to GBDJ proportion CHFM is to, and next what will be coming, I'm asking you. So let's try to answer. Now what will be the answer over here, I'm going to ask you. So now I'm going to tell it easy. The answer is nothing but, see, now I'm going to give options for you for your easy answering. So the options are, first option is GBIM, second option IDBH, third option GBLD, and fourth option GPLD. In this type of analogy of any question, any of the four types, first of all, you should see one by one letter. Okay, so then you can eliminate one option and the final option will be your answer. So as it is, now first of all, write this first pair, this is first pair, and this is second pair. Okay, this is first pair and this is second pair. Now write this first pair beside where your question is there. So A, F, H, and next one is O. And below that one, write the second pair, C, H, F, last one is M. So now by taking like this, you should solve what is the relationship between these two pair of letters we should solve. So nothing but, if you know ABCD alphabets until Z with their numbers, their placements, you can solve these letters easily. Now from A to C, what is the distance? A is the first letter and C is the third letter. What is the difference between these two numbers? Is 2. It is plus 2, isn't it? Similarly, from F to H, it is plus 2. Yeah. Now, from H to F, it is coming back. So, it is minus 2. Okay. Similarly, O to M, it is coming back. So, it is also minus 2. So, in the same way, you should find the second pair and next pair also. There is a relationship between this pair and next coming pair. So now what is this pair? GBDJ. So now first of all add up. See here, I have done. 1 minute. See, A to C, I have increased plus 2. Similarly, from G to U add plus 2. So which letter will be coming? Please check. So G after H, H after I. We have increased 2 places. So our first letter is I. So the option which is coming first with I is the option. So option B is the correct one. Okay, I hope you understood. In this way, you should solve the answer. Okay, I hope you understood. If you do remaining also, you will get the option number 2. So in this way, you should solve. Answer. Okay, now we are going to the next one, that is nothing but number analogy. This is also easy topic. Don't be fear. If you have any doubts, please comment me in my comment section. Let me know so I can clear in next video also. Okay, so now number analogy. In this type, numbers are given in a pair or group. In a pair or group, the numbers are given and the candidate has to find the relationship between the numbers or group of numbers. Okay. Here in this type, the numbers are given in a pair or group. Either they can give in a pair or either they can give in a group also. So now, by depending upon the question, the candidate should find the relationship between the group of numbers or the numbers. So see the example. 10, 100, question mark 121. Now if you know the squares properly, the answer will be in your mind only. So much easy, so please concentrate. So now let's take these three numbers and let's try to solve. If you know the square of 10, you can solve the next one also. Now what is the square of 10? It is 100. So beside 10, the number written is 100. In the same way, for 121, what is the square you should find now? If you know squares until 11, you can find the answer. So now our 11 square is nothing but 121. So the question mark is nothing but 11. Okay. So in this way, logically, you should find the answer. I hope you understood. Now let's see the answer. Okay. See, the answer came. Square of first term is the second term. Okay. I hope you got it. Now, as 10 square equal to 100, in the same way, 11 square equal to 21. So, 21, the question mark is 11. The answer is 11. Now, here next topic is alphanumeric analogy. In this topic, we are going to easily find the answers. So please concentrate. Alphanumeric analogy. In this type, the student should find the relationship between the given group of letters and number on one side, and candidate is asked to find the correct alternative based on the relationship. Here, by seeing example, you can understand the definition. Here they have given that they given a word nice, N-I-C-E, and they have given a code 14935. In the same way, by comparing this one, you should find price code. What is the code of price you should find? The options are also given A, B, C, D. Now from the below options, you should find what is the code of price. The word price. So if you see the last three letters of both words are same. What are the both words last three letters? Ice. So if you compare both sides, ice is the common word. If you see in nice, the number given is 14935. Yeah. So last three letters, three numbers are, see, 935 are the number code for ice. Okay. And as it is for ice in the price, the code is 935. So if you see the options, the last three digit number should be 935. It is in the first option. So option A is the correct one. I hope you understood. See, now how you should find that one easily, I will tell you. If you find the same common letter in each word, you can grab the answer. But sometimes there will be no letter. Then you should write the alphabets and their numbers. After writing that, you should see the number of the given alphabet. So the number for N is 14. So for N, I have kept here 14. For I have kept here 9. For C, I have given 3. And for E, I have given 5. In the same way, for price, P is given 16. Okay, what is P given? 16. And R is given 18. And I is given 9. And C is given 3. And E is given 5. So in this way, you should answer all the analogy questions, and in next video I will be in front of you with some more interesting questions on the basis of analogy topic. So please concentrate. Now if you want to listen this topic again, please go into my YouTube channel and listen this video again. Then only you can able to understand, and in my next video I'm going to give some more examples so you can be able to understand. So thanks for watching. Let's meet in next video. Until next video. Bye bye.